When we went to bed last night, we posted a video about a groundhog, and we woke up to Greg, the groundhog, being a TikTok superstar. We've gotten a ton of comments and questions, and I'm going to try and answer as many as I can here while I'm getting started doing the barn chores, because we have to get to work. First thing in the morning, we have 65 animals to care for. For those of you that are new to our page, and there are a lot of you that seem new, we are an equine farm animal and kitten rescue. We're located in Middle Tennessee. We have a lot of wildlife around us. We have wild turkeys that come on the property and eat the horses' grain that they don't finish. We have raccoons and possums that come and steal the barn cat's food. So we're used to wild animals around the property, but they typically keep a little bit of a distance. They're not afraid of us, really, but they keep a little more of a distance. We have had wild birds, though, like just land on our fingers multiple times. I've posted one video here on TikTok, but it's happened several times. I don't know why that keeps happening. It just does. So some people have said that he is our pet groundhog, and we just did this as like a publicity stunt video, and that's not the case. We don't have a pet groundhog. We don't have a groundhog in the rescue program. We are not licensed to rehab wildlife in the state of Tennessee. We are also pretty remote, so there aren't any wildlife rehabbers around us that I know about. The wildlife rescues we've worked with in the past for different animals have been about 30 minutes away, or there's one up in Nashville about an hour away from us. I was just kind of walking through the barn like he'd always been here. So Brian kind of meandered him out of the barn and then started going on about feeding the horses. So do I think Greg actually has rabies? No, more than likely he does not. More than likely he is just a young groundhog that was curious, and we were out there working outside, and he just kind of wanted to see what we were doing, what it was about. He'd probably eaten some of the barn cat's food. He doesn't seem to be in bad condition. He's aware. He's alert. His coat looks in good shape. He's at a good weight. So there doesn't seem to be anything physically wrong with Greg. There's no reason for us to scoop him up and take him to a wildlife rehabber right now, because he doesn't appear to need to be rehabbed. Anytime you are dealing with wildlife, you do need to be careful. Please do not just go around picking up random wildlife. That's not safe. And there were several cases of rabies confirmed around us in our county last year. So we do have to be careful for ourselves and for the animals. Are we going to move Greg into the house? Probably not. We have 5 dogs and a cat, and we occasionally have farm animals in the house living with us. We've had baby pigs, baby goats. So we never know when we're going to have a farm animal needing to come inside and live with us. So probably not going to bring Greg in. Was Greg hand raised by someone and dumped off here at the farm? Honestly, I have no idea. And Greg's not sharing that information, so we don't really have a way to know that. If he does continue to come back and show interest in interacting with us, then that's something we could kind of test out. But we can't just grab up a potentially wild groundhog and, try and cuddle him. That's not going to work. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens from here. Is Greg a male or a female? We don't know. We did not see any babies or any evidence of babies. Greg didn't look to be pregnant, but I've not seen a lot of pregnant groundhogs, so I can't really speak to how they look when they're pregnant. So I don't know. Greg may be a female. We are a small rescue program, so if you're new to following us, please continue to follow us and share about our story and the animals. It's just me and Brian here doing everything with just a couple of volunteers every week, so we need all the support we can get. So I don't know if Greg is going to show back up today. He might. or we may never see him again. Maybe that was a one-time kind of magical groundhog moment. I have no idea. If he does, we'll make sure to let you guys know. Greg is welcome here as long as the wildlife does not bother the rescue animals or us. We let them coexist with us here. They kind of come and go. We're used to that. That's totally fine. They eat the leftover horse feed sometimes, the leftover chicken feed, and they just kind of hang out, and that's fine with us. Greg can live his best little groundhog life, and there's plenty of land for him to do that on. And I almost forgot, we did name him Greg because we've been watching Succession, and we loved how Tom was always like, I got you, Greg. So we got you, Greg.